computer. And we're live. This is Boss Talks, again, episode 5. And we've got something really interesting to talk about today. And honestly, before we get into that, the reason why we do this, why is it that we do this?
Because we want you to be the boss of your life. That's what we want.
We want you to be the boss of your life. We want you to take control. We want you to take responsibility. We want to share what we've learned because realistically, we can't coach everyone. I think that, I know that we have learned a lot. We've done a lot. We've been all around the world learning from the best. And, in your travels, you realize that, not everyone can do that or has the opportunity to do that. So we want a planet full of badasses.
Badasses.
We want everyone to be a boss. So that's why we do it.
Yes.
So if you guys find this valuable, please go to Anchor or where we post it. Go share the stream. I know Independent Hustle Training doesn't have that ability yet, but if you see it, share it. If this is something valuable to you, please get the word out because we want to help as many people as we can. We've got big goals in 2019. We won't share that yet because it's not a goal setting today, is it?
Well, no, it's not. Why don't you want to share your goals?
Because that's probably episode 6 or 7.
Okay, that's 6.
It's 2019. You got to let them get past Christmas, right?
Okay, fair enough. So. Fair enough. Keeping your cards close to your chest.
Oh, mate, look, we just wanted to blow up, and we need you guys to help us. So yeah, enough babble about that. All right.
We've got somebody on. Somebody's on. Somebody's watching. On. How good's that?
That is amazing. Simulcasting.
Topic for today. If you're not growing, you're dying.
100%.
Is that real? Is that true? Is that true for you? Has that been true for you?
I don't think it's just true for me. I think it's true for everything on the planet. There's so many examples that we can give for that. I believe that, everything, the reason for being is to reach your highest true potential. And, the oak tree doesn't just stay as a little seed and then grow to the size of a sunflower and then stop and go, yeah, that's enough.
Okay.
If it stopped there, it wouldn't reach the light and it would die.
Okay.
I think that you see people that retire and they don't have a purpose and a mission anymore. They've got no reason to grow anymore. They quite often die young, you have a look at that. If you don't work out for 2 or 3 days, your muscle's going to atrophy. So you're either growing muscle or creating new muscle to replace the stuff that gets damaged, or you're in atrophy. So it's either forwards or backwards. And anyone that thinks that they're just staying in their comfort zone or staying where they are, and that's not going backwards, you are delusional. Because everything else is still moving forward. So if I stopped doing the boss walks that we do, we do exercise every Sunday, and it's amazing. But if I stopped it and you and Dan kept going, and I just said, well, look, I'm not actually going backwards. Well, you guys are still moving forwards. You still guys are getting better at walking.
Well, Dan's not. Dan didn't come today, so Dan's actually going backwards. He's dying.
Yeah, he's going backwards. He is. That guy he needs to listen to this and comment on this and understand that we're just here to help.
Okay.
So
no, I get the point. I understand it. But there are a lot of people that want to stay the same. They're happy with where they're at. Can't they just stay there, bro? If they're happy where they're at, they're content.
But are they really? Are they really happy where they're at? That's the question. Honestly, people that it's the journey. It's the journey that we want. It's not really the goal. I'm in a business now, and I'm in partnership with a couple of people, and it's challenging. It is challenging, and we were sort of having not a pity party or anything like that, but we're just oh my goodness, this is tough. And I just it just dawned on me, I was messaging them back and I said, hey, this is the fun part. This is the part we've learned. This is the journey. This is going to be the story when we're on the top. we're going to be laughing the fact that we used to sit here and go, wow, this is tough, because it's the growth in the journey that is what we want. You know, like, you know.
Yeah. And people, I agree. And people that are focused on growing, they can see that. And you hear that constantly in really successful people's journeys. They say that they look back and it was part of their story. They say they actually look back on the hard times and they actually wish they enjoyed them more, because they've got to where they are now, and they were the times that had all the variety, going outside of their comfort zone, all the growth, all the learning. And if they just realized that, then they were actually the best of times. They were the best of times. And whereas somebody that's not focused on growing, not focused on moving forward, they see those times as something that's hurting them, something that's destroying them, something disempowering. And we're always making a decision on whether that whatever's happening is helping us or it's hurting us. And we've always got the decision: is this is making me better or this is making me bitter? That's one thing that I heard ages and ages ago. And yeah, we've got to be focused on moving forward, on the growing, because if we're focused on trying to keep everything the same, then it's like you're protecting something. It's like, I'm just trying to keep it the same, and the world isn't ever staying the same. We all know this. That's the one thing it's definitely not doing. It's definitely always changing. So it's like you're in protection. You're trying to keep it the same. You're trying to keep everything locked down, and everything is a fight. Everything is a battle. Whereas the person that's growing with the growth mindset, opposed to fixing everything, is like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll use that. I'll take that. I'll use that as my empowering story. Oh, thank you for the lesson. I needed that. Oh, that what? It's a mindset.
Yeah, and like so many amazing points there. But like, honestly, like you look at it in nature, you look at it in science. You know, just think about it. If you got a brand new battery from the store and you don't use it, you just put it in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
In 12 months' time, is that battery likely to have the same amount of charge as it had when you bought it, or will it have gone backwards?
Go backwards.
It's gone backwards, right? But if you put it in the car and you use it, it's going to hold its charge. It's going to still be useful. So like you're either growing or you're decaying. It's literally a law of the universe, and it's not a rule. It's like a lot of people have rules for why they can and can't do things. Like, it's like gravity. It's like you're either growing or you're dying. It's like something's either growing in energy or losing energy.
It's binary.
It's binary.
And thinking anything different will hurt you.
Yeah.
It will hurt you because it's not the truth. I mean, yeah, it will hurt you.
And you think like people like a lot of the time want to, like you said, stay in their comfort zone, not do anything, not step out of their comfort zone and move forward. Well, I've been there. I've been there. I've been in fear and worried about what people are going to think about me, or if I do this growth. But what I do, how I do it and how I'm comfortable doing it is I've decided to move so quick that by the time I've realized that something's not working for me, I'm like 20 steps forward ahead of that. And whatever the mistake was is so insignificant that I don't care about it anymore, because I'm onto something new.
Yes.
And like, so if I, in my health and wellness business, I ask someone to join my business or to buy the products and they say no, well, I'm moving so far ahead that I don't care.
Well, I'm at the stage where I care more about me not asking than I care about me asking. Like that would hurt me more knowing that I didn't ask than asking and getting a no. That's something that's switched to my brain, and it's a bit of a side tangent. But what you said on the walk before, and it is about, you know, we've got that moment which we both realize in our lives at some stage that we've only got this one life.
Yeah.
Like, we've only got this one life. And it sounds so simple, but when you actually, like, when I personally actually felt that and believe that, it put everything in perspective. I'm like, I'm going to let this fear stop me from moving forward, from taking action. I don't want to get to 50, 60 and be one of those people that is like, I don't regret anything. I don't regret anything. And you know, they're bullshitting themselves and they're having to convince themselves. I actually want to confront and grow as much as I can.
Yeah. Leave on empty. Leave with the tank on empty. Yeah. Leave this life on empty. You don't want any fuel in the tank. Now think about this, like the example we use, because we're on quite a large drop off where we were. And I said, well, you and I are walking down this track. How do you know that one day one of us isn't going to fall down this thing, hit our head, and then we're gone? We're no longer in this life, you know? And everyone on this planet is going to die between the achievement of a goal and moving to the next goal. So why would you why line up at the pearly gates or whatever you believe, and you're standing in line and you say, oh, so when did you die? Like, what goal were you going for? Oh, yeah, I was just going for the goal of staying the same.
Ooh.
You know?
Ooh, that's like, heavy.
Well, you know what? The goal that I'm going to go for is like something huge, something that lights me up. Something that, you know, because like no one is coming to save you. No one is going to save you in your lounge room. No, it's just not going to happen. You've got to get out there and give it a go. Like, otherwise you just haven't got it.
Even the people that want to save you can't save you. Even the people, they can't save you.
Someone your age and some of my age didn't wake up today. They did not get the blessing of waking up today. We are all going to leave this planet one day. That is a fact. And I think the biggest problem with people in this world is they think because we've got such a long lifespan that we've got so much time, and that is not true. You are the day you are born, you are sentenced to death. What are you going to do about it? The person that gave you life also sentenced you to death. Your parents did that. They loved you enough to bring you in, but they also cursed you with a time stamp. You are going to leave this planet. So what are you going to do about it? Like, the day that you are born, your highest version of yourself, your potential runs out the door. Your spiritual twin. When you leave this planet, do you want to look like that guy or something totally different? It comes from Ed Milet. He wants to look exactly the same. He wants to look like an identical twin to his highest potential. That's why he's the age he is and he's in the shape he is. That's why he's making the money. That's why he's making impact, you know? And like, honestly, it doesn't have to be, hey, today you've listened to this podcast and you've decided that today you're going to walk out that front door and expect to be Tony Robbins or Grant Cardone. Please realize that growth happens incrementally and until it happens exponentially. Like, it's the small steps every day, the small steps of growth, the trickle charger, as one of our live people said, that lights the battery up, that, you know, keeps us charging, keeps us growing. Because, like, it gets back to that old thing. Like, I wished I had a whiteboard, really, but like the consistent daily action, the consistent daily growth over a decade is massive. If you can improve 1% every day for a decade, where the hell will you be? Where will your finances be?
Yeah, I agree. And people don't start the journey because they think that they're not or they can't be. Like, why not you? Why not you?
No.
Why can't you be that person? That's one of the biggest, like, questions. Like, why not you? Why? When you can.
Oh, I said it before. Like, when you're born, the doctor doesn't go, oh, here's an average one.
Yes.
He goes, this is a miracle of infinite potential. Isn't this a beautiful, unlimited potential baby?
Mm-hmm.
It's just the ego that comes in on that same day where you edge God out, and I'm not being religious here. I just mean it's the ego where you just go, no, I can handle this with and I can get this programming and all this bullshit. And that's what it is. Like, Like, I know hugely successful people that were sales guys one day, and then they got sick of their situation and they decided to create a business, an import business. And like one day we'll have him on this call, I'm sure, because he is a boss and he's really getting real action. He's getting real action. And
Who's this?
His name's Nathan. Like
Yeah.
Nathan Longhurst, you should follow that guy. He's actually a boss. He's not full of crap. He's actually living and doing what he's doing. He's created just from his belief that he's that guy, that he's created a multi-million-dollar business. Like, I shudder to think where this is going to go for him. And 3 or 4 years ago, he was just working a job, and he's got an amazing story.
Man.
I don't want to discount that, but like,
Man, the biggest thing is for me realizing that successful people are human. That they are so human. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. And actually, when you get to know like the people that you looked up to or like put on a pedestal, and you actually get to meet them and become friends with them and interact with them, it's underwhelming how human they are. And then you're like, oh, they're just like me.
Yep.
The only difference is they're more committed, more certain, taking action every day, more than I am. Yeah. So how does someone switch from focusing on staying the same, living the defense, living the fear life, living the I'm just trying to hold everything down. I just want to keep it good. I just want to. Their intention's good. They just want to keep it good. To I'm gonna freaking go for it. I'm gonna go for growth. I'm gonna go for expansion. I'm gonna jump off the cliff, and I don't know if it's gonna work. And I'm just gonna try and build the plane on the way down. How does someone switch that? Can they actually switch that?
Yeah, they can. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, they can. And like, it could be 6 years in the lead up, but then it's like just a decision in the moment. Like,
do you think you did that? Do you think you've ever done that?
100%. That's my story.
I think I've done that.
Yeah, it's my story. Like, I was believing that I wasn't that guy. I was only good because of the people that were backing me up in business. And then like I got a big reset. So people that know me know that, and like, it's not hard to see. I share the story all the time, but I got a massive reset, and I went, you know what? Is this true? Am I really the guy that I thought I was, the businessman, or was it all just hype? Was it all just crap? And really answering that question was where I was just like, you know what? I'm never going to know the truth unless I go and have a go. And the pain of being a guy that worked at a garbage tip, a guy that dug holes for a living, after being the guy wearing the business shirt, the guy that was the success in business, was far greater than, you know, like all I could think of was like, at 90 years old, I'm going to regret saying no to this decision right now. I'm going to regret it. I'm going to run out of time, and I'm going to go, like, I'm trying to keep it PG, but like, I'm telling you, like, I'm going to go, what the fuck did I do with my life?
Yes.
You know, like, what did I do with it? And what example am I showing my kids? I'm telling them that they can do anything if they don't give up, if they just give it a go. I'm watching all these people that have done it. And you know what? The key was, there was a time where Grant Cardone felt just like me.
Yes.
And he made a decision, and he went down a path. So all I had to do was make a decision and go down a path. Not knowing, I didn't know how I was going to do it. Nothing I've ever done have I known exactly how it was going to go. But I just rolled the dice.
Yeah.
And I backed myself, and I went, you know what? That's how everyone who's successful has got successful. They've backed themselves enough. They believe that there's something out there for them.
Yes.
And
yes.
They believe in abundance. Like, this planet is full of abundance. Like, people that haven't got money, oh man, there is so much money getting printed on this planet that you could go and you could take $1 billion out of it, and the economy wouldn't even notice it. No one would even know. So you thinking that you can't get $1 million or $2 million, like, you are just being delusional again. So you want to grow your bank account? Go and grow it, because go and get it. It's on the table. Just go get it.
It's just resourcefulness. It's not a matter of there isn't enough. And I'm the exact same, man. It's just the decision that you want more and that you're not happy with what you've got and that you want more. So
on the boss walk, we mentioned that there was traits of successful people. The 2 traits. What were they again?
Two traits is that every successful person that I've ever heard from has said that they were grateful. And then the second one, is this what you're meaning? And the second one was that they visualize what they want.
So all successful people are grateful and they're visionaries. That's as simple as it is. That there, if you've listened to this and you've listened this far and you want to know the how to be successful, that is a big key to it. That is a big key.
I've tried creating the life I want by complaining, by whinging, by bitching, by all of those things.
Did you try staying at home and not doing anything?
Yes.
Yeah, I tried that too.
I tried that as well. I tried really hard.
What about excuses? Did you try that?
Oh, bro. I did.
Yeah.
Still not very successful. Surprisingly.
Yeah. I was able to accumulate a great group of people that also were good at making excuses.
How are they going? What about in a big group? A big group of people? Does that make a big change?
Oh, I got kicked out of that club. Because I got successful and then I got kicked out of that club. I didn't belong anymore, so they didn't renew my membership.
Okay.
Because I kept on turning up without a chair, without a problem. So I just kept coming with solutions, and they said, "Dude, like, there's rules to this club."
you got, yeah. Wow. Cool.
Sweet. Anything else, mate? You got a how-to? Someone sitting at home who's in the club that I just spoke about, and they're feeling, because here's the thing, 95% of people are in that club. Hey, 95% of people are in that excuse club. They're in the can't do things, won't do things, talk it up about they want results, but they will most likely never get them until they do what?
Until they do what? Well, if you're on the edge, like you could be doing something, should be doing something, but you're not, which I've been multiple stages of my life, and it will continue to be a thing. I have to continue doing this process to myself. I should even do it now around some stuff around the next level of my life, to be honest. It's to make a decision that you want more and that you're actually willing to let go of good to get something even better. That's the first. Mm-hmm. And deciding what that is and having leverage on that so you actually do it. So actually knowing the consequences of if you quote unquote stayed the same.
Yeah.
What does staying the same look like in 5 years? What does it look like in 10 years and in 20 years? How does it feel? How does it affect your health? How does it affect your mindset, your emotions, your relationships? And actually, like, get honest with yourself and don't bullshit yourself. And if you do that, you'll realize that there is just no such thing as staying the same. It's like when it ripples out 5 years, it compounds and stacks. And if you associate to the pain, you'll realize that you must change. And then to look into the future. And if you did make the change, if you did start taking action on what you wanted, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years now, you'd actually have everything that you dreamed of.
And then more. You'll have more.
And even more. There will actually be some nice little gems there.
It'll probably come quicker than you think too.
And it'll come, and it comes quicker. Providing, if you do the third step, which is take immediate action on the leverage. Immediate action. And the more skin you can put in the game, the more momentum you can make with the action, then you can't go back. I was saying this, and it was a good discussion. We should just record the.
We should do lives, lives on the walk. Yeah.
I think words are meaningless. I honestly think words are meaningless. I know a lot of good talkers. I used to be a great talker, and it's meaningless. It's meaningless until you take the action.
Yeah.
So
the words, the internal dialogue is where the power is. So that's the I am statement.
Yes.
But yeah, there's a lot of talkers out there. I agree. A lot of
Hey man,
gunner.
I'm gonna do something amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, believe me, just believe me. I'm gonna do it.
After I sort all this other stuff out, I'm gonna do something amazing. That's the one I hear all the time, and I'm like, far out. But like, okay, so I want to go into a bit of leverage. So I want to give some people some leverage. So like, what example are you, like, I just think, what example are you setting your kids? So like, what pain are your children going to go through because they are going to do what you do, not what you say. So you can preach the words, oh, never give up and never do this. But what sort of partner are they going to end up with? What sort of business are they going to end up? What financial difficulties are they going to go through? Like, what are they going to, like, what sort of relationship are you going to have with your kids? And I go into this because it's a pain of mine. It's my leverage. Like, what pain are your kids going to go through because you are being a loser?
Yeah, exactly.
What sort of a shit partner are you going to get because you are a loser?
Yeah.
Like, yes, they're dropping in.
He's dropping in, but it's facts. And I don't have kids, so I don't know. But from outside looking in, they're not taking your words. They never take your words. You never took your parents' words. I'll never take my parents' words. I took their energy. I've taken their negative emotions. I've taken their limiting beliefs. It's an energy. And I see so many parents telling their kids things, but the kids are a projection of them anyway, and they're just seeing in them what they are. So they're just projecting out the lessons they need to be taking in for themselves and actually take the action. So if the parent's saying, hey, kid, you've got to be more disciplined, that's not the kid's lesson. That's your lesson. They got it from you. And that's the only way you can see it in them. I could see that kid and think they're creative, but you see them as undisciplined because you know deep down you're being undisciplined in your life. And John C. Maxwell says, inspiration isn't the best way of leading someone. It's the only way of influencing someone is by taking action. They see the actions. They take the actions.
Yeah.
Not on the lecture.
So like you have a lot of women in your programs.
This is true.
That's your niche.
I have them joining in now.
So like leverage wise,
yes.
And I don't want to get into specifics, but like just because you know your niche better than they know themselves.
Correct.
Generally, what leverage do you think women in that demographic? Because like this is gonna go to a lot of network marketers. This is gonna go out to a lot of people going to watch this. We're getting great results with this thing. Actually, it's like amazing. And they might be stuck at home. They might be using the word stuck, and like we can do the power of language later. But like realistically, what leverage can they like do on themselves? Because we can't knock on their door. The only way we're knocking on their door is by them watching this, and without opening up a wound that we can't close online. Like, what would you say to them? Like, what sort of things can they get leverage on themselves about? Like,
well, it's their own personal leverage. So that could be kids, that could be their future, that could be family. Like it could be a number of things.
So like missing out. So if they don't take action now,
yes,
and they wait till a lot of women wait for their kids to be grown up.
Yeah.
They lose their voice,
yeah,
and they think that's the way it's meant to be because they're being great mums and all that. And I see it a lot in my industry, in one of my industries that I'm in. Like I'm in MLM, and I see it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And the community is why it's so great because these women can see, oh, actually, it doesn't have to be that way. But like, I guess the leverage is if they don't, they could lose 10 to 18 years of their life that they didn't have to lose. That's like a life sentence. That's like people get less time in jail for heaps of stuff than that.
Yeah.
It's a long time to be in prison.
Yeah. I see that a lot. I see that a lot, man. I believe the intention of every mum is obviously amazing and beautiful, and they want the best for their kids. That's why they care and put so much energy and love and nurture and teaching into them. My perspective is that if they really knowing this is the best way to serve them is to actually lead, is to actually do it. That is that is 10 more times, 100 more times better for the kid than you. Like, children don't spell love LOVE. They spell it TIME, but they only need so much. Like, if you like, you only need so much, and they only want so much of that as well. Like, if you play with your kids, bro, for like an hour, if you do go full ball for an hour, after an hour, they're probably like, I've had enough.
Yeah,
like, I've had enough of dad. I've had enough of mum.
So
who are you doing it for? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Who are you doing it for? Because if you can get really honest with this and get into really calls with this, and some not only mums, dads as well.
Yeah.
Some mums and dads won't be willing to go to this place because their kids are such a strong source of love, of certain love.
Yeah, certainty. Yeah.
Certain love.
Yeah.
But the truth is, and what Tony Robbins also says about this, is that they're doing it for certain love. And real love is actually letting them go. And is actually going, I'm going to be over here and I'm going to take the actions. That can be part of your leverage, but that's going to inspire them. You actually going out and living your life.
So filling your cup, growing yourself is filling your own cup first, which means you can give more to your kids, give more to your partner, give more to the community, give more to the world, you know. And like, I guess like the thing that comes up for me the most is like, it's brilliant actually, is your family and friends deserve the best of you, not what's left of you. So if you are violating that rule, well, then you're actually hurting the people around you that you actually love. And I hope this brings awareness to people, because like, we're not having a go at you. We just want to say enough to move you, you know, move you into action, move you into growth, and move you into the dream life that you were put on this planet to have. Like, you have a gift. We want you to live with the music outside you, not inside you. Don't die with the music inside you. Don't die with your gift inside that you know you've got. So like, grow, get it out. It's not, and be imperfect. Be imperfect. Like, anything worth doing is worth doing horribly, at least in the beginning. Like no one was born with, like, Tony Robbins wasn't born with his abilities. He was terrible at the start. You know, Kuruk Ashley wasn't born that guy. He worked on that. He created that guy. Like, Grant Cardone was not born with a private jet and a real estate portfolio. He had to learn that. And he was probably really crap. Like, he has stories about his sales beginnings in the car yard. He was awful. He was getting smoked, but he decided he was going to take control of his life. He was going to grow his skills, and he was going to grow his business. And every time they told him that he couldn't do something, like, he could have listened.
He could have listened. He could have stopped there. Everybody could have stopped somewhere. Everyone could have. Everyone's been told they can't do it, I'm assuming. And I have all the time.
You're told every day.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just don't listen. I don't remember it.
Pretty much.
So everyone thinks I'm crazy.
I think you're
for living the life that I do. And I'm told often by people that don't live the life that I am living already. And like they can, I think they have actual, like AA meetings about me. So it's like they get together and they want to.
What do you mean we? I'm part of them. We have discussions. We write notes.
Right. Yeah, you're the infiltrator. You're the infiltrator. That's how I know.
I'm getting the inside.
Yeah, you're the inside dude. Just don't. Yeah, they're not watching this because they don't want to grow. So, any closing notes? Because this has been awesome. I love this one. This is juicy, power. Bro. Yeah,
I loved it as well.
Grow, guys. Grow. If you're not growing, you're dying.
Do it.
Wake up. Yeah, wake up every morning and say, "What's one expansive action I can take today?"
It's expanding or it's contracting. There is either way, and you can feel it. It's obvious. You can feel it in your body. This is a contractive decision. This is an expanding decision. And it starts from those ones, but it also starts from deciding that you want to live an expansive life. And then there's actually something better than what you're currently doing.
I don't care who is listening to this. You are currently at 10% of your potential. And that would be the people that are really moving fast. Like I know, I've mentioned him before, Nathan and Shane, who's his business partner, and so many people. They are super successful in most people's eyes, and they know that they are only at 10% of what they're going to do. They're never,
we all are, man.
We all are. I'm not even close.
And people that are wanting to expand, it pisses them off. Like it pisses me off every day that I'm at 10%. Like every day I feel like I've left lots on the table. Like that's just what it is. Like it drives me mad.
Andy Priscilla, like what keeps him up at night is just how much he's left on the table.
So annoying. It's so annoying. So I think it's a good thing though, because you're wanting to expand. It's like we said on the walk, it's the people that say, I'm good. I get life. I know what it's about. I know all the answers. You just put a massive ceiling on it and you don't let anything else in. And that's it. That's what your life is now. Except it goes backwards.
Yeah. And it will go
close off all the relationships, all the opportunity to grow your health, all the opportunity to grow your energy, all the fulfillment of helping people. Somebody loves helping people. That's epic because that's where it's at. Where it's at. We're greedy. We love helping people as well. That's why we're on this, because it feels good for us.
Yeah, we're getting just as much out of this as you guys are, hopefully. We're probably getting more, to be honest. But look, guys, if you're standing still, everyone else is still growing, and that means that by comparison, you're actually going backwards. So, look, get out there, live your life. There's no shortcut. There's no automated system to success. There's no you've still got to do the work. You got to get scared. You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and go hang out with people that are saying yes, you can. And just go grow, go get the life that you deserve, and then get the life that your family deserve, and be that person now.
Yes, it feels good. Now. It feels alive. It feels like adventure. Everything your heart wants is on the other side of the fear. And once you do it, you're like, why did I put that off? This is amazing.
Just hang out with people that are doing it. And, there's 5% of the world's crazy like us. They're the ones that say, yes, you can. So don't worry. Eventually you'll run into us because like attracts like. And those crazy people that don't want to have the life that they deserve, they don't want to grow. They want to stay the same. They want to watch the news. They want to read the newspapers. They want to say, no, you can't. Well, they won't want to be around you. And it's awesome. So
yes,
just quit those friends and come join the crazy ones.
And if this has triggered anything in you, that's really, really good. That's really, really good.
That's the design, by design.
That's perfect. That's actually perfect. And you should act on that. You should act on that signal and chuck it down in the comments. Have a discussion about it. See what's actually going on there to trigger you to have a response about anything that's been said. We're talking about growing, so why would there be any resistance on that? And let's have a chat about it. And let's see what it's about.
Yeah, keep the conversation going in the comments below. If you're on like Anchor or you're on YouTube, just there's comments below there as well. So share this around, please, guys. If this has triggered anything in you or hasn't triggered anything in you, you think it's good, bad. We don't care. We care, but we don't. We're going to keep going, but we're always open to improving. And listen, guys, we can't wait to watch your podcast. We can't wait to watch you shine. So if you're doing something awesome, let us know. And I think that's it. Are we good?
We're out. We're good.
We're out. Okay.
Have an amazing rest of your weekend.
Exactly.